Hello, everyone. I have an inspiring story of Denzel Washington, from struggles to stardom. Denzel Washington. Born on December 28, 1954, in Mount Vernon, New York, Denzel's early life was marked by hard work, discipline, and the strong values instilled by his religious family. Determination and talent shone through. Let's go. This video explores Denzel's rise in the acting world, his breakthrough roles, and how he became a symbol of excellence and perseverance in the film industry. Join us as we delve into the life of a man who overcame the odds to achieve greatness, leaving an indelible mark on cinema and inspiring countless individuals around the globe. Not far from New York City lies the integrated middle-class suburb of Mount Vernon. There, on December 28, 1954, Denzel Washington Jr. was born into a hard-working religious family. He was the second of 3 children. Denzel's parents worked hard to create a financially secure environment. His father worked 2 jobs during the week, leaving hours before the kids woke up and returning after they were asleep. On Sundays, he was a Pentecostal minister who preached to his church with a passionate flair. His mother, Lennis, worked as a beautician and owned several beauty shops. She was a strict but loving mother who sang in the church choir. Church and hard work were the hallmarks of Denzel's childhood. His father only allowed the kids to see movies with biblical themes. His neighborhood was just a stone's throw from the mean streets of the Bronx, where few kids went to college and many more ended up in trouble. To create a safe haven while they worked, the Washingtons sent 6-year-old Denzel and his brother David to the Boys and Girls Club after school. The Boys and Girls Club became Denzel's home away from home. Denzel's own father was never on hand to give his son a pat on the back after a game well played. He was usually too busy at work or at his church. By the time he was 11, to keep out of mischief and help the family's finances, Denzel joined the workforce, with part-time jobs at neighborhood beauty and barber shops. As Denzel entered his teens, his strong family foundation started to crumble. Denzel's parents' marriage fell apart and they separated. His father moved to Virginia. Although he continued to stay in touch with his son, Denzel remained with his mother, developing a tight bond. But the loss of his father left Denzel confused, and he began showing signs that he might join the bad boys in the neighborhood. He rebelled violently, getting into fights at school. Concerned for his future, Denzel's mother sent him away to the Oakland Military Academy boarding school to straighten him out. It was a prep school made up of mostly rich, white kids in upstate New York. Denzel was mediocre at academics, but excelled at sports. Denzel dreamed of becoming a famous sports star, but many of his friends thought he might grow up to be a comedian. Underneath his funny facade was a kid who was actually shy and self-conscious about a gap in his front teeth. During his boarding school years, Denzel returned each summer to Mount Vernon to work at the Boys and Girls Club. In 1972, he enrolled at Fordham University in the Bronx, not far from home. He tried pre-med courses to please his mother, who wanted him to be a doctor, but he couldn't handle the curriculum and switched to journalism, which also failed to ignite his passion.
He finally found his true calling when he took part in a theater production while working at a YMCA summer camp. Denzel returned to college, aiming for the stars. As a college junior in his first acting class, Denzel boldly told his classmates that he wanted to be the best actor in the world.
You know, and everybody kind of turned around and went, you know, you want to do what? You want to be what? I don't know. It was kind of a naive thing to say, but that's how I felt. I said, well, you know, I'm going to do acting. I just want to be the best. And I had come into it really with no background or history in my family or whatever.
Denzel devoted himself to learning his new craft. In his senior year, he transferred to Fordham's Theatre Arts Wing in Manhattan and studied with Professor Robert Stone. Denzel was passionate about his acting, but he had trouble making it to class until his new mentor read him the riot act. Getting to class may have been a problem, but showing off his talent and charm was not. In his senior year, Denzel landed the lead in a Fordham production of Othello. His performance proved he had enormous talent, and it literally changed his life. Denzel's childhood dream to admit her came to see him in Othello, and was stunned to find this young man who had found his vocation. The 1977 television movie Wilma was Denzel's first professional break. It profiled Olympic gold medalist Wilma Rudolph. Denzel got the role of Wilma's husband while he was still a senior at Fordham. On the set, he spotted a pretty young actress named Pauletta Pearson, who had a small part. They became friends. Denzel graduated with a double degree in journalism and drama. Professor Stone pulled more strings and helped get Denzel into the prestigious American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. After just a year, Denzel left to try his luck in Hollywood. He arrived with only $30 in his pocket and moved in with some relatives while searching for work. The Urban League found him a job as an acting teacher at a small private school, but what he truly wanted was to perform. Denzel returned home to New York, where money was scarce but work was plentiful, especially in black theater companies. He began dating Pauletta Pearson, the woman he met while filming Wilma. Pauletta was an accomplished pianist, singer, and actress. Within a year, they shared an apartment in Mount Vernon. Pauletta encouraged Denzel in his acting pursuits, and he drew a great deal of strength from her. After a successful string of roles, Denzel hit a 6-month dry spell with no work and no money. Acting may have fed his creative soul, but it didn't pay the rent, and Denzel was ready to quit. However, Pauletta helped him make the most important decision of his career. By 1979, Denzel had enjoyed a brief taste of success. He was living in his hometown of Mount Vernon in an apartment he shared with his girlfriend, Pauletta Pearson. She became a partner in his career. Since the age of 9, she had been a child prodigy, performing as a concert pianist around the world. Now she put her career on hold and worked to support them while he looked for acting jobs. It was an uneasy time. Denzel was ready to quit and got a job at the County Department of Recreation, but Pauletta would not let him sacrifice his dreams. Her instincts were on the mark. Just a week before Denzel was to begin the job, he won the role of Malcolm X in an off-Broadway production of When the Chickens Came Home to Roost. It paid $125 a week. Denzel immersed himself in the role, listening to Malcolm X's speeches, reading his books, and even dyeing his hair red. His portrayal of Malcolm X earned Denzel his 3rd Oscar nomination in just 5 years. This time, he lost the Academy Award to Al Pacino for Scent of a Woman. However, he did win his 4th NAACP Image Award for his performance. Denzel's string of successes brought him under increased media scrutiny. In a Barbara Walters special that aired back-to-back with the 1993 Oscar telecast, Denzel made a televised confession. He appeared to admit to infidelity, saying, "Temptation is all around and I haven't been perfect." Denzel and Paulette have been married for over 30 years and have 4 children together. Their first child, John David, was born in 1984 and followed in his father's footsteps by becoming an actor. Their daughter, Katya, was born in 1986 and attended Yale University. The twins, Olivia and Malcolm, were born in 1991 and attended the University of Pennsylvania. Despite his busy schedule, Denzel has always made time for his family. He once said, My family is my sanctuary and my priority. Their relationship is a rare example of lasting love and partnership in an industry known for its transient relationships. Despite the pressures and temptations that come with fame, Denzel and Paulette have remained committed to each other, setting an inspiring example for their children and fans alike. Their story is not just one of love, but also of resilience, dedication, and the power of standing by each other through thick and thin. As Denzel continues to captivate audiences with his performances, his family remains his most cherished accomplishment, a testament to the values he holds dear and the life he has built away from the spotlight.